Okay, so I'm just going to give more of a general overview of CSS selectors. I already talked about the class selector, the ID, the asterisk is the universal selector, element, and you can group elements just using a comment between them to style both of these the same way. This is the descendant selector and the child selector for styling the direct child of a parent. This is the adjacent sibling selector. So in this case, it styles every paragraph element placed immediately after the div element. So this is placed right after this div element, and that's why it's the only one highlighted. If you use a tilde, that's the subsequent sibling selector. So it selects every item after this one that you chose. So each unordered list after the paragraph. So you can see the difference with from the adjacent one, which would just select the first one. Okay. Let's see. The attribute selector. So in this example, we'll select everything with a target attribute. So you can see here, these two links have target attributes, so they're both styled. And the tilde equal sign is the containing attribute. So if a value contains something, then it'll be styled. So in this case, if the title has flower, then it will be styled. So this one has the word flower, so it has a yellow background. This is the starts with attribute. So each time you see starting with en for English, then it's styled. And it must be a whole word, like either alone or followed by a hyphen. Okay, and this is the begins with attribute, the caret sign. Okay, so only the first one begins with test, and even if you have other letters after, then it still works. So you don't need it. Doesn't have to be a whole word or a hyphen. Okay. Let's see. So the $sign equal sign is the ends with selector. So in this case, we'll select all the div elements that have a class attribute ending in PDF. Okay. Or, sorry, in test. So just this one and this one. But it's useful, like, if you had PDF elements and wanted to style all of those. Okay. The asterisk sign and equal sign together, that's for finding contains. If in this case, if it contains test, then it will be highlighted. So notice the difference between the tilde one. This one has to be exact, right? The word has to be separate. So if I use the tilde selector and the equal sign, then only this div gets selected. But for the asterisk, it does both of them.